Hi everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to make these little frames. And I'm going to teach you how to make this dog. What you're going to need is scissors, some cardboard, some paper, color pencils, markers or crayons, hot glue with glue sticks, and yourself. Oh, and a pencil. If you want to sketch out your stuff, you're definitely going to need a pencil. I have color pencils. I need a regular pencil. These. And maybe an ink pen if you want to refine your little dog drawing, right? Okay. First things first. You're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to cut it into a square. Hi, Justin. Cut it into a square or close to a square. Maybe not a full square. Notice when I put this white paper up, the lighting changes. Anyway, you're going to take that paper. Once you have it, and you're going to fold it in half. I'm going to move these out of the way so you all can see what I'm doing. And then once you have it folded in half, you're going to fold it again. So you have this. And you're going to take the corners right here and you're going to cut pretty far down on both sides. And you're going to cut out like a square out of that, right? So pretty far in, almost halfway in, I would say. And I'll show you about how much I cut off. So cut it about like that. And then cut it off completely. Then when you open it up, this is like the base for your frame. Right, so it should look like this. It should look like a cross or an X. Okay, and then the next step you're going to do is you're going to decorate this thing. So you want to decorate just the base, the tabs, right? So you're going to draw things on it, whatever you want to draw on it. So I guess I'll just put some colors on it. I'm going to do some stripes. Just like I did the other ones. You can color them in if you want. Whatever. You're going to roll them up. And you really, if you're using hot glue and not tape, you want to plug in your hot glue gun now. So you'll have it later. And you could do several colors if you want. You could do circles, whatever. I'm going to add another color to this. I'm just doing lines. Right. Okay. This will be cute. You could also, instead of putting a piece of your art in there, you could also do like a regular picture if you wanted. Forgot to mention sharpener. Okay, for those of you just joining us, we're making these little frames with the little dog inside it. And if you need to know what the items are you need, it is in the description of this video. Today is a beautiful day here in the Midwest in St. Louis. It is nice and warm. All right, now that I have that done, you're going to take your pencil or a pen or whatever you have. Pencil might be a little. And then you're going to flip your cross, X, whatever, over. And then you're going to take your pencil and you're going to wrap that paper around it. And you're going to roll it. You try to roll it pretty tight, right? That way, when you take the pencil out, kind of rock it back and forth like that. That kind of helps to mold it. it'll be like that. See that? All right, and then you're going to do that to all the sides, all right? Do that to all the sides. All your paper. And then do this side. Now, if you bend it, it's okay. You can fix it. Once you have them rolled, you can kind of work with it. If you don't like it as big as it is, you can go back and redo it. But this is going to be a little frame. Right? They all turn out looking different in different sizes, depending on how you cut the paper in the beginning. All right, so there's these. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to roll it a little more with my hands now that I've got it, the basis of it, the basics rolled. Okay. Now that I got that, the next step is to take your paper and you're going to want to trace around the outside of it. Well, you kind of want it to be, what you're doing is you want it to be this size because this is going to be the paper that you're drawing on for your dog. So just take it, put it about right there. And very lightly, you can just do one side because if you have the other one butted up against it, you'd be okay. All right, there's that. And then I'm going to cut this out. This is going to be our paper we're going to draw on. Set that aside for a second. We'll put this aside. Next step is for the back of it. Okay, we're going to do the back next. So the next step is to take your cardboard and measure your frame. Okay, my cardboard is too big, so I'm going to have to cut it down. You don't have to do it on the whole thing, just so it's enough to make it stable, right? Okay, all right, there's good. Then you're also going to need a piece for this part, right, and this part, and that helps to hold it up. Okay, that'll work just like that. And then I'm going to need a piece for the back, so that's going to be my back, and then I'm going to need one for the stand. So I'm going to do a stand, which is that's probably too big. We'll see. Okay, one for the stand, and then you're going to need that little long line to attach. So just kind of cut a strip of cardboard. Soda box works great because, oh, sure. I'll try. Better? Kind of? You see now? Okay, yeah. We're doing this. We're making a little frame with a dog in it. Okay, and then the next thing is, what was I saying? Oh, your strip and this piece. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna glue the back of this onto here, okay? To figure out which way you want your frame to sit. I'm gonna do it like this. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue all the way around it. Okay. And then you're just going to pop that on there. You want to make sure that it's at the edge of the frame right here because that's where it's going to sit on the table or wherever. Okay. All right, now that I have that, next step is the back, okay? So then you're going to take this piece, which is this piece, and you're going to bend it like that. All right, I think I might have mine. And then you're just going to set it there and see, oh, that's perfect, perfect. Okay, so then once you have that, you're going to set that aside a second. And you're going to take this piece that we cut, and then you're going to figure out, you're going to measure the length. So let me try to fix this so you all can see it. So I want it to sit about like that, right? And then I'm going to measure this to see about how long I need to cut it. So, okay. So you also have to bend these tabs, so you have to remember that. So bend this one, and then bend the other side. These are going to get glued onto this piece and to this piece. You see it? All right. So this goes first. So put glue on the edge of this, and then you're going to stick it on your frame, just like that. Not on this part, but on the edge, okay? On the edge. Be careful you don't burn yourself. All right. Then let that dry a second. And then you're going to put glue on this. Ooh. So then you want glue here. And you're going to stick that to the back of that. There. See that? And then you're going to glue this piece to the back of there. That's how that works. Then we'll move on to the dog. Okay, now that's done. Next step is the dog. Got the picture frame done. Okay, set that aside for now. Okay, the dog. Yesterday, when I was trying to teach you how to make things, I told you that shapes really helps to look at an object okay, let's see. Hold on just a minute. I gotta see what's going on here. Are you all seeing the chat, or you guys can maneuver that on your own, right? Okay. All right, let's see what I got going on here. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Next step is you're going to think about what the dog looks like. So the dog is this, right? So you got to look at it like shapes. So this is kind of like an oblong circle or an oval or a cylinder. And then this is an oval, right? With two other ovals on top. So that's how we're going to do it to start out. And then we can erase lines and add what we need as we go. All right? So the first step is the head. Let me get a pencil. Oh, also you might, oh, here it is. There it is, right there. Never mind. I found it. Okay, so the first step is the head. And I'm going to draw that, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to make it oval. Draw lightly, okay, so that you can erase it and it doesn't really show up too much. Draw an oval. And once you have the oval, you're going to do the cylinder right here. Or lines. My paper's pretty small, so I don't even have really room to do a cylinder, but I can put the lines on the side. 2 lines. All right. And then you're going to need your circles or your triangles for the ears. Let's do almost triangles. We'll do triangles. Does anybody know what kind of dog this is supposed to be? It's okay if you get it wrong. Okay. All right, and then there's the ears. Okay, so now we can make the adjustments to our dog. Next step is we're going to erase the oval right here, okay? And we're going to make a U shape, all right? So that's the next step. So erase right there and make a U shape. Next, you want to add the lip. So that's below. So now you're going to do this part right there. Okay. Next step is we're going to add the little teeny tiny lip at the top. See that right there? That's a little teeny tiny lip right there. I'm going to add that. So you're going to curve that around with the shape of the U. Right? Once you have that, the next step is to add the nose. So do you see how the nose has that little V? Well, we're going to make a little V next. Okay, so the V is next. So you want to erase just a little bit at the top of that line. Right there. And then you're going to make a tiny V. Then once you have that, you do the nose. So the nose is kind of like a rounded rectangle. Makes sense? So over, round the corners a little bit. And then when you get to the other side, you kind of want to make it point, but not really. See this one? That makes sense? I'm going to make it go down just a little bit. So down just a little bit. And then you can add the nose holes. Put you right here. So this is what I got so far. Now I'm going to add the nose holes. Make them however you want to make the holes of the nose. I need to fix my lip. I don't like it. I had mine too big. Okay, that's what I have so far. Now I want to fix the ears. And I want to add this little thing to the notch of the ear to make it look like it's more connected to the head. So the next thing is to erase the side a little bit on both sides. Just a little bit, like that. And then you're going to add a little hump to it. Do that on the other side too, right? Okay, and then the next step is this part, okay? So you're gonna go down and over. Now this is like the markings of a dog. So you make your markings however you want. You don't have to do it like that if you don't want, but if you do, I usually put a U in the middle. And then I bring it down, this, and then around, like that. And then you want to do that on both sides, okay? This is my design for my sister's dog, that I absolutely love. She has a Boston Terrier named Heisman, after the Heisman Trophy. And Heisman is something else. And I love that dog so much that I made his own character for him. He wears little clothes. He's like a little farmer. All right, so that's what you should have so far. Now, after you've got that, you want to add your little dots for the whiskers. I don't usually put whiskers on them, I just add the dots. And then we're going to do the eyes. So the eyes, I like to do an oval, kind of a oval on both sides, okay? Well, more like a circle, actually. Take that back. Not an oval, a circle. I draw a circle first. And then I go over it like this. So I take it like if you had an eyelid. So you take a line and you're going to go over like this. And I'll show you how to do that. See that right there? That's how you want to do that on both eyes, okay? And then you're going to take that and you're going to connect it to the circle. Now, see how I have it now connected to the circle? All the way around. Now what I like to do is I like to take that line and go a little bit into the circle, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Here. So it's the line is now going over that circle right there. So it looks like he's got little bags under his eyes. And then I'm going to erase that little extra piece. And that makes his little eyeballs. And you're going to do the same to the top, too. You're going to erase the top eyelid. Erase that. You don't have to. If you like it, you could keep it. That's up to you. And then sometimes I'll round off the eyes if I don't like the way it looks to me. I'll round it off. So then there's his eyes. And then you want to give him pupils. So put another circle in the middle of that. Right there. Look at that. Our dog is coming together. All right, and then you want to give the ears. You want to give the inside the ears. So you're just going to kind of do that on both sides. And then I added like some little arms, like he looks like he's just kind of standing there. So add some little lines right there for his arms on the sides. Okay, and then oh, don't forget to color it. Well, if you're going to color it with crayons or color pencils or markers or something, don't use the pencil. If you're not going to color it in, then you can use the pencil and color in the pupils of the dog. And then next is the bow tie. I'm going to put a bow tie. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to do a triangle. Okay. And then one on the other side. That. And then you're going to connect them with two lines. And then make it like a little box. Draw a little box in there. And that is your little bow tie. And then you want to add buttons to it. So 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to give mine a little bit of a... I put mine too low. I'm going to draw mine up a little further. Okay. There we go. I like that better. And then if you want, you could put lines on the bow tie. So I would do it like this. 2, 3. Just gotta kind of work with it. All right. There we go. And then if you want to put any kind of little decoration in the background, like I put some little lines or whatever, you could do that. So I'll add some little lines to it. Some little rectangles, like confetti. Looks like confetti. Like, ooh, it's a party. I mean, how often do you see, well, you see dogs with clothes pretty often. Never mind, I take that back. All right. Now that you have that, you can color it. So let me pick out a color, and I'll color a little bit of it just so you all can see what it looks like. I'm going to give the bow tie, make it blue. And then I'm going to make these little things up here purple. All these little squares. And then I'm going to show you how you put it in when I'm done coloring. Color, so on my sister's dog, our dog is black with white. So all that would be black and this would be white. So if you wanted to make a Boston Terrier, that's how you would do it. Okay, and then I want to color the middle of the eye dark brown. That doesn't look very dark brown. There we go. That's better. Dark brown. And his lip on the bottom is black, but I can't find the black, so I'm just going to use this gray. And color in his nose a little bit. Okay, now that I have all that done, let's color his shirt. We'll color his shirt green, because that's cute, right? Okay, now the next step is to put it in the frame. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to take this in your frame, and you're just going to push it. Pops right into place. And that is how you draw a dog, and that's how you make a frame for your dog. So I hope you all had fun. Tonight I'll be doing a more adult-themed project at 7 o'clock if you want to join the event. Any information on City Museum that you want will be at citymuseum.org, and follow us on our Facebook page at City Museum St. Louis. Thanks. Have a good day.